So you have a sister that was showing online about this maintenance man. There's a complete simp, okay? And I've told y'all some of the simps are kind of funny, but when you look at your serial killers, your serial rapists, all of them are simps. All of them. Every last one of them. I told y'all it's different categories of simps. Some of them are harmless. Some of them, like I said, are your Ted Bundys, etc. So you got this one sister that is going to talk about this maintenance man that's a big simp that had her number, had keys to her place. And I want you to hear what she has to say about this. Let's roll that clip.
A lot of these replies are asking how he got my number in the first place. Okay, so I lived in a building that was only 4 units. It was a mansion turned into 4 apartments. Him and the property manager had all of our phone numbers. He had all 4 tenants' phone numbers. It wasn't because I gave him my number. I didn't engage with him. I didn't have a relationship with him that went sour. It was none of that. He literally used his access as a maintenance man to harass me. Okay, this is the largest story. He escalated because it started off way smaller than that. I didn't mention that because this is what I had something to prove. And y'all are still turning this around like it had something to do with me. It obviously had to be me giving him, some kind of feeling. No, I'm just nice. I speak. Hi, bye. How are you doing? That's literally all it took. Y'all gotta stop victim blaming.
There was a story recently about a young sister by the name of Maya Marcano out of Florida. She was 19 years old. She was going to college. And it was the same exact situation that you had a simp maintenance man that was obsessive with her. And he ended up getting inside of her apartment. He ended up killing her and dumping the body. And later the police found the young sister dead, right? So what she's talking about is not something far-fetched, and this, like I said, some similar situation just happened to another young lady. You understand? So when it comes to things like this, and I don't, nobody should be saying she caused all that. No, because simps like that are dangerous. They're dangerous because that woman don't want nothing to do with you. Just because a woman says hello to you or whatever doesn't invite you to start stalking her. Because let me tell you something, the characteristic of a simp is that they cannot get women. They can't. Because men that can get women do not stalk. They do not participate in buying kitty out here in the streets. They don't have to force no woman. They don't have to do anything because they know how to talk to women. But when you have these simps out here, these are your simps that, frequent all the illegal massage parlors. And then when they don't get what they want out of there, like the white dude in Atlanta shot up all the massage parlors up, killing a bunch of people, right? You have dudes like this, the maintenance man, because he can't get a woman or whatever. So he feel that he's going to just break in and do whatever he want to do. Listen what he said. He said, I'm outside your apartment. Now, when it comes to women, y'all have to protect yourself. I know y'all had this thing online. Y'all like to say, well, you want to be protected. Look, even if you have a husband that loves you to death and he is special forces or whatever, he's not going to be with you all the time. So you have to always learn to protect yourself. I tell all women, practice your Second Amendment rights. Practice them. Get you a firearm. Learn that firearm. Go to the range. Learn how to use it. Learn the laws about, firearms and defending yourself, whatever state. Like a state like I live in, Texas. We have the castle law here. You cross the plane of that door, you can use deadly force. Okay? You can. So you need to protect yourself at all times. If you're scared of guns, you shouldn't be scared of a gun, right? It's only just used to protect yourself. In Texas, we have like constitutional carry, so you don't even have to be licensed anymore, right? I mean, it's a wild, wild west out here in Texas. But even if you have a taser, pepper spray, knife, have something to protect yourself, especially being a single woman, because what happens is some of these guys watch your coming and going too, some of them. And I had, a crime happen to a family member like that, where the guy was watching, that family member coming and going and end up, committing a sexual assault. So you got to, as women, pay attention to your surroundings. Look around, if you feeling something not right, sometimes don't move. If somebody's following you, drive to the police station or something like that. But keep your firearm on you at all times and ready to go. That's why you got to keep using it enough and practicing, right? But you have these simps are dangerous. They are so dangerous. I'm telling you, only a simp will do something like that. Only a simp. Because men that can get women, they don't have to follow you. They don't have to try to break in your house. They don't have to get your numbers and start texting you out of the blue. They don't have to do anything like that. That's why simps isn't funny. Because, some of these little women think it's funny to play with these simps because you play with some of them. So some women will play with them to get, a little money out of them, dinner or whatever. But at any moment, boom, you could have a freaking Ted Bundy show up on you, right? You could have that. Or what was that other one? Elliot Rodger, them types. That just because he can't get certain women and other men can, now he ready to go shoot up the college. Only simps would do that. So please, ladies, protect yourself. Because these simps out here, like I said, they are just, that's why I say I'm going to work on a book identifying the different type of simps. Not just the ones that we laugh at and think is funny, but some of the most famous, dangerous simps in history and even their backgrounds, and why you need to be careful because any of those innocent simps could turn into the Ted Bundys and different ones that's been out there in society. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about, this particular story. Ladies, especially ladies, have you had any incidents like this? We'd like to know.